Things just keep getting crazier for the winless Pelicans as Willie Green continues to sit on the hot seat amid reports of player frustration and demands on the front office to take action. We'll give you the latest updates inside this edition of Pelicans Digest. What's good with it, y'all? It's your people, Melz On The MIC, back once again inside Pelicans Digest. What's happening, man? I hope y'all had a great weekend. I know it hasn't been a great weekend if you've been a New Orleans sports fan, especially in the 4-hour span that we had yesterday on Sunday. Whew. It was ugly. But thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for also subscribing. And if you haven't done it yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, baby. This is where you get the best analysis, opinions, and more about the New Orleans Pelicans franchise as they continue to remain winless and things continue to spiral out of control for this team. And we're all now just sitting here waiting, and we're just calling it Willie Watch at this point. Pause. We're just sitting here waiting on Willie. We're just trying to see if Gayle Benson gonna do something, if Joe Dumars gonna do something. More than likely, this is gonna be a Gayle Benson call. Just waiting on to see what's gonna happen with Willie Green. On this day last year, she fired Dennis Allen. Just about a year ago to the day, she fired Dennis Allen on the Saints. And now you're here sitting at a point where your fans are back again, disgruntled, unhappy, and calling for the firing of Willie Green. And we're not going to make it too much about that episode, make this episode about that right now. We just want to give you the update about it because, as you probably figured out by the time this video has posted, your phone hasn't gone off, nothing has changed. Willie Green is still the head coach of the New Orleans Pelicans. And amid multiple reports of players having made it known that they're frustrated. And they've made it clear during this current road trip. While anything could happen tonight or tomorrow, the word on the street right now is that Willie Green will be the Pelicans coach on Tuesday night against Charlotte. So there you go. Let's go to Brett Siegel. He posted that on X because folks was on X asking, can you let us know when he's getting fired? Because I think that's pretty much what everybody is doing. Everybody pretty much in the fan base is fed up and tired of this team and what they've seen so far. We've seen it, especially in the Denver game and now also in the Oklahoma game, that this team quit on Willie Green. They're just not listening to him. He's screaming and yelling at them, and they're still doing whatever the hell they want on the court. It's not working, man. It's just not working. And we discussed this ad nauseum. But as of right now, Willie Green is still going to be the head coach of this team going into the Tuesday night game against Charlotte. Another game that they could possibly win. And the Pelicans are also, of course, whenever there's something with the Pelicans, if we're going to lose historically. The Pelicans are now the quickest team in the NBA to register 3 30-point losses in a season, doing so in only 6 games. The Nuggets back in the 90-91 season registered 3 such losses in 9 games, whereas the San Antonio Spurs took 11 matches to achieve the same back during the 2023-24 campaign, according to Nate Duncan. So, again, we're just down bad, man. We're just down bad, man. And you kind of feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. You also seem like, it also feels like your ownership don't give a damn. Unfortunately, it feels like that. Because you see what's going on with the football team and now what's going on with the basketball team. And it's like, what you gonna do? Let's ride it out. Let's give them another season. Let's keep going and keep doing the same thing that we've been doing. But also finally got confirmation on reports that I've been saying at the start of the season, before the season even started, on why Willie Green was still in this position in the first place, and it's due to Gayle Benson. According to Mark Stein, he was noting that owner Gayle Benson is fond of Green, and there were rumors that she forced Joe Dumars to keep him in place when he took over as head of basketball operations. Stein states that there were whispers behind the scenes that the organization was keeping James Borrego, in anticipation of a potential coaching change. So, yeah, I mean, that confirms something that I've been saying at the start before the season even started. I knew Joe Dumars probably wanted to bring in his own coach. Gayle Benson X that, because Gayle Benson has this thing where she's more concerned. I think I saw this on Twitter or X the other day. Somebody tweeted, Gayle Benson is more concerned with her head coaches going to church on Sunday than whether or not they can win. And that's the problem. So, again, These last 2 games were barometers that should have showed you. That should have showed you that, number one, in your game against the Clippers, this team is capable of being up there. Now, one thing I'm going to say about that Clipper game, I can't fully respect the win, that loss. I can't respect it even if we would have won it, because you went up against the oldest team in the league. And for all you young NBA cats who love to talk that trash about the OGs and all this and other stuff and how the old heads got this, the 34 and 36-year-old Kawhi and James Harden schooled y'all the other night. So let's be clear on that. So I can't even respect that. I can't respect that game. The fact that y'all played hard in that game because y'all ain't want the old heads to beat y'all. That's the thing. But we've already known that a lot of the issues with this team continues to be Willie Green. And as we break down each player, if we want to break down this team player by player, you've gotten a chance to look at probably 2 games now where you had the consistent roster of a starting 5 of Fears, Zion, Trey, Herb, and Missy. Okay? And I'm not mad at that lineup. I think that is probably a good lineup, in my opinion. And I kind of felt that way when we went into the Clippers game. Because Zion's not the issue right now. Zion, as much as y'all won't complain about Zion, Zion is not the issue. He's been playing. He sat out the 1 game, and he's been playing. Because I think somebody heard that little, I leaked the little secret that, he running them games tabs up. He got to get that 41. So he go get out there. He's out there now. And he's playing. And he's been the best player on this team. Complain all you want. Zion currently right now is this franchise's leader, this team's leader in points, rebounds, and assists. So he's not the issue. The issue that's holding Zion back right now is the referees. Because you got to damn near tackle Zion to get a call on him. So he's not going to, and he's not getting the calls. Don't know why. I don't know why they refereeing him the way it is. It's just something he's got to deal with. That's why I keep saying, and he kind of showed some of that flash in the Thunder game. He started to try to get that little mid-range in the paint jumper hook, little something going. So if he, like I said, if he develops that, he'll be okay. He'll be okay in my opinion. The other bright spot you have on this team is Jeremiah Fears. We discussed this before. What I didn't understand about the Thunder game as compared to the Clippers game, and again, this is Willie Green, is why are you holding this kid back? Let this kid cook. Let him get busy, man. Because that's the frustrating part. You play him against the Clippers 29 minutes against the Clippers. You play him 25, maybe 20 less minutes than in the Thunder game because by then the game had gotten out of hand. And plus, in that Clipper game, Jeremiah Fears was also the only player in the starting 5 that finished on the plus side. They had a +4. Let this kid cook, man. Let this kid run your offense. You can still see those moments, especially in the Thunder game where he really didn't trust Jeremiah Fears. This team's offense worked so much better with Jeremiah Fears because Jeremiah Fears was demanding that they do ball movement, was forcing these guys to run. Get up off your behind. Don't go stand in the 3-point corner or go stand behind the 3-point line and watch. Go move around so we can get some offense going, so I can get somebody open. That's the offense that you need to have. That's in those 2 games versus the Clippers and the Clippers and Thunder. The offense ran so much better when Jeremiah Fears had the ball and it was either him or Zion having the ball. The issue with this team right now, and it's a glaring one, is your shooting guard position. You got 2 shooting guards who are 1-1 at this point. And for this team to move forward, you got to decide which poison are you willing to pick and give up and surrender to make it work. Because you can either go with Trey, who is taller, bigger, streakier shooter, but has become, I don't know what's happening this year. He has become a huge defensive liability man to man. You get that first step off Trey and you can get past him. He's gone. Or you could go with a little bit more defensively sound Jordan Poole, even though he's not that much more defensively sound. I would say he is more defensively sound than Trey. But he is going to take some wild shots. He's going to take some incredibly huge, risky shots. And there's some plays and some offense, some plays and some possessions where he'll just come down there. He ain't going to let the offense set up. I'm going to just chunk this three. So you got to make it poison between them two. And that's a problem. That's one of the main problems with this team right now is the shooting guard position. Because you really don't have no defense there. Herb can't cover everybody. In the Clippers game, when Herb was covering either Harden or Kawhi, he had them neutralized. Whoever got Trey was able to cook. That's why both of them was able to finish with like 30-something points each. Because they were just trading off on Trey. Jordan Poole, on the other hand, and also this obsession with Willie Green, he wants to play this two-guard lineup with Trey and Jordan, and it doesn't work. The offense gets stagnant because those two are trying to look for a way to score and just ignoring everybody else on the court. And can we end this, please, for the love of gosh, please stop putting Derek Queen at the 5. I've been screaming at this all season long. Please stop putting Derek Queen at the 5. Stop. Stop it. Okay? Derek Queen is more effective playing the 4 behind Zion and you pairing him with the big, like Eve or Looney. I don't know why this kid only got 6 minutes in the game, but sitting there for 6 minutes in the game, especially waiting until garbage time to put him in there in a blowout is, again, coaching, man. We on Willie watch now, man. We on Willie Green watch now, man. There's other issues, too. Eve's still raw. He's still trying to figure it out, but he's starting to. He started to try to figure it out a little bit. He was sloppy, a little sloppy in the Clippers game, but I saw him improve a little bit more offensively and defensively a little bit, in my opinion, in the Thunder game. But this team is just is bad on offense, bad on defense. Outside of Hears and Zion, you got Willie Green in the continually questioning lineups. He loves to run, for some reason, a double shooting guard lineup when your offense has been more effective with Hears or even Jose Alvarado running a point. I don't get that. The things that seem to work with this team, they move away from throughout the games. You notice that, right? Like, they'll start out the first quarter and they'll be moving the ball side to side. There'll be ball movement, open looks. In the Clippers game, you saw what happened when they moved the ball side to side and get ball moved all around the court. You got open looks. They sunk those shots. You were in the game. But then you get into a moment where Willie be like, hey, let's go ISO for a minute. Why? And then you got guys just standing in the corners, standing in the three-point lines, just watching whoever has the ball, and let's see if he can make something shake or if he can get somebody open, and nobody moves or rotates. So, I don't know, man. The defensive side, I don't know how we can solve that. I don't. The only thing I can hope for is that this team will stop thinking it's a three-point shooting team. Stop it. And that's one thing we got to stop, too. Stop thinking this team, I don't know what makes this team think they're the Golden State Warriors that can shoot threes. And I think somebody said in the comments before, Willie is trying to make this team play a Golden State Warriors style of basketball without Steph Curry. You don't have Steph Curry. What you're trying to work in this offense works because it works for Golden State and the personnel that they have surrounded it with. That's why it continues to work for years. You have a whole bunch of new personnel over here, and you're still trying to do that same outmoded style of basketball instead of switching it up. We'll keep you updated as soon as Willie Green is let go from the job. But for now, he's still employed. And we thank you if you're still subscribing. Thank you so much for subscribing to Pelicans Digest. What are your thoughts? Clap back in the comments on how you feel about Willie, the Pelicans, still over something. Man. It's a bad look right now. But, of course, we'll keep you updated with the best analysis, opinions, and more right here on Pelicans Digest. It's Melz talking about those Melz. I'll holler at y'all.